What's up, YouTube? It's Nikki Nicole back at it again with another video. Look who's back. Look who's really back. So it's been a while. Like, it's been a long time. And first of all, how are y'all? Like, I know y'all can't answer me, but how are you? How y'all been? How you been? Like, long time no see. Maybe it's been some time, but we're gonna make up for last time because today's topic is going to be such a good one. Y'all are gonna be so happy that you tuned in and clicked on this video because it's all about setting boundaries for yourself, because we think that we are too busy because of our busy schedule or whatever the case may be. Let me let you know why setting boundaries are so important. Disclaimer: if y'all can hear my family in the back, please disregard that. Like, but it's just gonna happen because you know what, we real, raw, and authentic, and I'm just giving it to you real. I'm just giving it to you straight. So that's just what it's gonna be. When it comes to like setting boundaries and things of that nature, all of that like fall under the category of self-care. You need to do that in order to truly self-care. Sometimes people think about self-care as like getting your nails done, getting your hair done, you know, making sure you look good, and like 100%, like that's definitely a form of self-care. But for me personally, when I think of self-care, I think of bettering yourself. Like, yes, those are the external, more materialistic things that could make you feel better because, you know, you look fine, and I do think that that's definitely a form of self-care. But those are kind of like the superficial things of self-care, because like, yes, they make you feel good, yes, they make you all these things, but what about the things that, you know, you need to do for yourself that people don't usually need to see on the day-to-day? Like, I'll look at you and I'll be like, oh yeah, you got your nails done, girl. Like, you got your hair did, you got all these things done, but I didn't know that you set boundaries for yourself until you explained it to me. You feel me? So let's get into it. Let's get into it, okay? Y'all, it feels good to be back. I'm not even going to like give you a step-by-step guide as to what your boundaries should be, how to set boundaries, all those type of things, because I feel like they're so unique to a certain person. And I will give you examples as to like some of the boundaries that I set, if that's helpful for anybody trying to figure out what their boundaries should be. 100%. The point of setting boundaries for yourself ultimately like leads down to what you want in life. Like, what do you want in life? What do you want to fulfill you in your life? I know that's like a very deep, heavy topic to get into. Like, I'm only 20 years old. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously we're still trying to figure out ourselves. If you're my age, or even if you're older than me, younger than me, whatever, we're always still evolving and changing and finding new things about ourselves as we live life. So it's okay. But like, what is something that you want to gain in this lifetime? If you don't set boundaries for yourself, you're gonna let people walk all over you. You're gonna become a people pleaser. You're going to do things that aren't even part of what you think is gonna better yourself. You're gonna get peer pressured, all these things like that. So setting boundaries for yourself and knowing what your limits are helps you honestly be aligned with your higher self and your higher power, and all those things that fall under that category. Growing up, I was a people pleaser. Like, if somebody asked me to do something, I would be like, yes, I'll do it. I'll do it for you. Yeah. Or like, do you want me to do it? Even though I had plans, I would cancel my plans for one person. And then I realized, wait, hold up. Why are you prioritizing their happiness over yours? What's tea with that? Why are you prioritizing their comfortability with your uncomfortability? Because what? You want friends? Because what? Like, you think that that's gonna get you in with the group? Like, because what? Sometimes it even goes back to like when you were a kid, all these things, and like, you can always uncover that for yourself. But I'm just saying, like, and like, obviously if it's like if it's a favor or whatever, but if you find that it's a consistent pattern of you putting others' needs above your own, you need to reassess that. Why do you do that? And how can we figure that out? It's very, very hard to just take a step back and be like, yo, like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I have my own things, and I could definitely help you out on the days that I have off. Or I could definitely help you out. I could definitely hear you out and listen to what you got to say and everything. I'm definitely a great ear, but also I have something that I have to get done at this certain time. So maybe we could, you know, or just saying no. Like, and that is something that also is so hard. Like, y'all, we can say no. Like, it took me a really like long time to be able to be like, girl, like, you don't have to do the things that other people want you to do. If you truly feel like that's not my thing, that's not my crowd, like, don't do it. Because at the end of the day, it just starts to lead into a constant pattern of, I'm gonna try to make this person feel better. Like, I understand it comes from a loving place, it comes from a very loving place, but at the end of the day, you gotta stop real hard in that break and be like, it's time to reel it in. It's time to bring it back. Sometimes it's really hurting y'all. So most of the time it be hurting y'all, not even gonna lie. And I'm saying y'all, and I'm really talking about myself, okay? But for example, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about my life and a little bit about me, not going too much into it, because I don't need y'all in my business like that. Amen, 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 amen. Let's just talk about friendships. Sue me. But I'm gonna say it anyway because I'm gonna speak my mind. If you don't agree, that's fine. I'm so happy that we have a different opinion. I'm so happy that we're not the same, okay? But I feel like our generation, like Gen Z, you know, I feel like our generation really lacks like communication skills. Like, we just don't know how to talk to people for real. Sometimes I be in spaces where I'm like, damn, like, everyone acts the same. Like, you act the exact same. Like, you act exactly how somebody else in this other state that I stay at acts. You be acting like the exact same. What's up with that? You know? And that can obviously be hard to navigate. I don't know why I was talking about that, but that was just something that just came into my head. Anyway, so, you know, friend groups can be very tricky. Just regarding like communication skills and just learning how to talk to people again and all these things. Me personally, I take my friends very seriously. I take my friends as seriously as I would in a relationship. Like, I go hard for my friends. Like, I will do anything for you, like, ride or die. Like, 4 lifers, 5 life, matter of fact, move the 4, put the 5 lifer. Like, that sounds so but for real, the reason that I'm so close to my friends now is because I have like 3 major criterias for a good friendship, and they're not really big at all. They're just 3 things that I like to stick to, and if somebody doesn't have one of them, I kind of pose a question. It's not like, girl, get out of my face. It's never like that, because I like to give people the benefit of the doubt and I like to try it out. And it sounds like you're interviewing for a job. It sounds really like, but it is like, friendship breakups really be hurting me. Like, I have to protect my heart when it comes to friendships, because y'all, I need to protect my peace, protect my heart, protect my soul, protect my being, protect my mind, protect everything. Because I'm telling you, like, you friendship breakups, they hurt. So I have these 3 criteria when it comes to like making new friends and seeing like what the vibe is. The minute that I'm like, oh my gosh, hey girl, like, you're like me, you're funny, you're like cool, I like to think of these 3 things: authentically themselves, has emotional maturity, and is reciprocal. Those 3, baby, those are the 3, and I'm gonna just break it down as one does. Authentically themselves, because, you know, like I said previously, I find our generation very fake. I feel like our generation is full of a lot of people who just see social media influencers and be like, copy and paste their personality, copy and paste what they do, copy and paste how they act, copy and paste how they talk. All of a sudden y'all the same person. All of a sudden you're their clone. All of a sudden I can't tell you apart, you feel me? And I can sniff unauthenticity from a mile away, baby. I like, it's a gift. I don't know what it is, but I can smell it, baby. I can sniff it. I can smell it from a mile away. And I'll be like, that's not what I want. It is so important for at least myself to be surrounded by people that are authentic and real, because it keeps the vibe going. Like, if we are the exact same, or we act like, I mean, obviously, you know, people's energies bounce off of each other, and obviously we're going to be acting very similarly. Like, it's cool to have people who have different interests than you. It's cool for people to have different things that classify them as themselves and make them unique. If there's no unique and you're just bland, well, it's like eating things without some flavor. Like, I don't want to eat that. No, thank you. Take that back. You know, I can sniff it from a mile away. When I smell that seasoning, it smells good. It smells good, but when I smell the inauthenticity, that bland bread, that bland mashed potatoes, I'm like, no, take that back. Take that back, because I don't want it. And I'm very strict about these. I'm not strict, but I am very, you know, firm about it, because yeah, baby. And you could be the loudest person in the room. That's also the thing. You could be the loudest person in the room, but girl, I could sniff it. Like, let's talk about it. Because you could be so loud. I'm just gonna say that, okay? Next thing, emotional maturity. This one's big. I really don't want to be around you if you're gonna be, you know, talking about fart jokes and poop jokes all the time. That's not funny to me. Ooh, I just cussed, my fault. That stuff, that's not funny to me at all. Like, I don't really give a damn about your bowel system, you know. And if that's the only thing that you can talk about to make you feel some type of way, to like get a laugh, and me, that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna laugh at you. I will look at you up and down and I will kick you out of my house. I'm not even joking. I'm be joking. Like, I don't deal with that immature, like, don't tell me about your bowel movements. I don't really give a damn, you know. I don't need you talking to me about that. I feel like that's very self-explanatory. But I love a person who we're able to be goofy with. We're able to like laugh for hours till our stomach hurts. We're able to do some crazy stuff without feeling embarrassed. Clock. Hold on, my camera about to die. So as I was saying, I like doing crazy stuff. Like, not too crazy. Not too crazy. Not too crazy. But I do like doing crazy stuff. And if you get embarrassed every single time that we do something, girl, we're gonna be having fun, and we're not gonna care about what others think of us. Anyways, continuing what I was trying to talk about emotional maturity. I love to be goofy and all that. And then also like have the same friend to be vulnerable with, like talk about what we got going on, the real hardships in life. Because previously, like in the past, and I think I still do have these type of friends, but I think I have more friends that are more versatile now because I set these boundaries. But I used to have like a goofy friend, and then I used to have a real talk friend, and then I used to have like therapist friend or whatever. And I feel like that's just it's very hard, because like when you're with a goofy friend and all of a sudden a load of emotions comes over you, and you're trying to be vulnerable, but the goofy friend doesn't know how to be there for you for real. Me personally, I think that having somebody that I can laugh with till my stomach hurts, and also cry with, and be vulnerable, and talk about the real stuff that be happening in the world, because life is hard, and it's hard to figure out which friend is that person when you could just have one that is well versed in all those areas, where you can talk about it without any shame or without any insecurity. You know, it's just always good to have good friends, okay? And I'm very blessed and thankful for all my beautiful friends that I have. Yeah. And I think that just kind of leads into my last point, which is reciprocality. And I left her for last because this is the one that never really makes it. This is the one that people find hard to do, I've noticed. And so have I. I think I've struggled in the past with this as well. So, and it's something that I'm working on. But reciprocality. This one I'm really heavy on, because and I'm very firm about, because like I said previously, I was a people pleaser. I used to always be the therapist friend. I used to always be the first person that people call, you know, and I love being that person for you. But who's gonna be there for me? You feel me? Because this is kind of like give and take. I've already talked about this, but I will say it again because I'm very adamant about it. If somebody's giving so much and the other person isn't giving it all, it's not even an equal transaction. It's not even a fair trade. It's just like, no. Why would I want to be around that? Reciprocality is something that I have had to cut a lot of friends off for, because that's like my number one. Like, reciprocality is something that I treasure in my heart. If I do something for you, I expect you to do the same. Not the exact same thing, copy and paste it, no. But like something that shows me that you are there for me in any type of way. It does not have to be the exact same thing that I do for you, because we probably have different things that we need at the time. It's like we're not the same person. Or like, if I'm there for you, I would expect you to be there for me as best as you can. You know? give and take. And some people might think that that's high standards with friends, but I honestly think, truth be told, we really like disintegrated our values when it comes to friendships. Like, people are just friends with anybody. Like, oh yeah, that's my friend. I'm not like that. Like like I'm really not like that. It takes me a while. I don't play about the labels that I put on my friends, the people that I surround myself with, like, because the people that you surround yourself with, you become, right? So you bounce off of each other's energy. And if I'm surrounded by somebody who is emotionally immature, all of a sudden I'm gonna be making fart jokes. I don't want that. You feel me? Like, I do not care for that. All of a sudden I'm making that jokes, and I'm like, wait, I would never. So then you lose yourself. You have to be careful, because you do not want to lose yourself in these friendships, because I'm telling you, they're just as important as relationships. They're just as important, so if not more. I think they're higher than that, but take it as you will. So yeah, I kind of just broke it down in 3 parts. That's just how I look at it. Like, those are like the 3 things that I look for. If you're like searching or wondering like why you feel unfulfilled in a friendship, or why you feel unfulfilled in even family dynamics, you could just think about that. And I'm not saying cut them off completely, but I'm just saying, like, set your boundaries for yourself. Make sure that they're concrete, and then communicate with them and be like, yo, like, this is what I feel, and recently I've been feeling this way. I feel like you weren't being there for me, and these are things that I kind of look for. These are things that I kind of value in a person, and I feel like you're lacking. You're lacking in that department. I don't say no. You could talk it out. Just a little disclaimer, sometimes people really definitely get defensive when you have these hard conversations about you setting your boundaries, because they think it's an attack on them. It's not an attack on them. And if they take it personally, that just means that they are just not your people. If you try to talk to people about your boundaries and the things that you value as a human being and as yourself, and people take it as like, oh, that's a dig on me, or da 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 da, because you don't feel fulfilled in that friendship, run. Run, leave. I'm telling you, because people were being defensive, I did not realize how big of a burden that was put on me. Like, I did not realize how big of an issue that was until I left it, and I realized, oh yeah, like, I'm a lot happier now. Like, I'm a lot clearer in the head. Just like little things like that. Just sitting down and being like, oh damn, like, I know myself. Like, I know my worth. I know what I got going on. Also, vice versa, if people come to you, hear them out. Like, hear them out when they talk about what they got going on, because the last thing that you want to be is defensive. Because if they really rock with you, they'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that I was making you feel that way. And I don't ever want to make my friend feel that type of way about me or about our friendship at all. So I apologize if the boundary is just like, I need to take a break from you, or I need space for a couple days, or whatever the case may be. Like, and your friend does not accept that or anything like that. Let's pack up our stuff and let's go. Realize that there are going to be people out there for you that are going to be your biggest cheerleaders. Even in the times where you feel unsupported, they will still be there for you. They'll still be like, dang, I'm so sorry that I made you feel that way. Listen, take all the time that you need, and I'm gonna still be here for you, because I really value in our friendships. And if they don't say something like that, or around those lines, like, it's wraps, it's over. But it also is really hard. And I could also like talk a little bit more about this, because I know this video is getting long, but this is just something that I'm very passionate about, because it is very hard, especially in my age range, to make friends with social media and comparison and all that. Like, this will definitely come up in future videos, but I just wanted to sit down and just talk about this boundary thing, because this is your life. You're the main character of your life. So be you, be bold, find your people, find your friends. It's okay to branch out from the pack. It's okay to be a lone wolf for a little bit until you find who your people are and who really deserves being around you, for real. Cause you that girl. You always been that girl. So yes, so I really hope this helps anybody who's going through a rough time when it comes to friendships, when it comes to setting boundaries for yourself, any of that. Let's be real, and let's come to terms with ourselves and look ourselves in the mirror and be like, yo, you deserve more, you deserve better. Always. Okay, always. See what gets the world. But yes, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all the next one. Kisses.